Hi, I'm Tricia Sawyer, and this is Tricks of the Trade. And today we are going to finally do the Scarlet palette on our friend Jamie here. So I'm going to start with the foundation, and then I'll take you through to the colors of the palette on Scarlet. Okay? Yes. So I'm going to start with her foundation using the 2-color and the foundation brush, and I'm going to just buff it into her skin. I'm going to start with the lighter color to highlight. Highlight around her mouth. Because of the high pigment levels too, you notice that it's kind of instantly just getting rid of any of the little imperfections of the skin and the blood vessels or breakouts, things like that. Jamie has a real peaches and cream with a little bit of a pink to her hue to her complexion. So I'm not going to darken her up. I'm just going to give her a really even tone.
Talk about the 2 shades.
Anyway, again, with our foundation, it comes in, each shade has 2 colors in it because, you know, and through my experience, I've just never found one shade of foundation that matches a skin tone. Every skin tone is made up of so many layers of colors, and your skin tone, I think, changes daily depending on what you're going through in your body hormonally, or if you've been in the sun the day before, or you know, you just might be a little more tired from life. And so I think it's very difficult to find one shade of foundation that matches you even for an entire week, much less the entire jar. So we made our foundations with 2 shades, 1 warm, 1 cold. Make sure that you put your foundation on, you know, after you've used your moisturizer or skincare for the day, your sunscreen. This is our unique foundation brush. It's a synthetic brush, meaning the hairs are synthetic. It's a filbert in shape. You can wash it with, you know, some antibacterial soap or even shampoo. I like to wash mine with shampoo. And it really allows you just to get a really nice, flawless finish. You can build upon it. And I like to use the brush too because then you can really control the coverage. Because this has such high amounts of pigment to it, our foundation, you can really get any level of coverage that you would like, from the sheerest to covering scars or tattoos. And of course, if you're not comfortable with a brush, you can use a sponge with this as well. But your coverage, you get a much better control of coverage with a brush.
Why do you use synthetic hair?
Sorry. We use synthetic hair because of the cream texture of the foundation. Works much better with the synthetic. After testing it with different hair brushes or, you know, types of bristles, we found that the synthetic worked the best without any breakage. And always make sure you blend down into nothing. So of course you're not going to ruin anything of clothing. You want to just go sheer and sheer down on the neck. And always use your skincare on your neck as well. This is a very neglected area for most women, I find. Everyone needs a foundation to really give them a flawless base and look to any good makeup. Nobody's skin is going to be the same color on their entire face. You know, we get very different, we have very different skin texture underneath our eyes and around our mouth, especially around our eyes. It's a little thinner, so you're going to see more imperfections and veins, blueness, brownness coming through. So using a little bit of a foundation will help you create the illusion of one tone. Now, I will use a lighter shade underneath the eye, and then I will use the warmer shade around here. And in the end, after, you know, properly blending, you then get the illusion of one tone on your face, on your entire face. Okay, so after the foundation, we'll go ahead and then set her makeup with the powder. So now we're going to go ahead and powder Jamie's face to set the makeup. And so we prepare it to receive powders. You can't use creams and then put a powder on top of it without setting it first with a barrier in between. So that's what the powder acts as. What you want to do is you want to use creams on top of creams, powders on top of powders. So I'm going to go ahead and set it with our powder, which is a cotton powder, which is, it's made completely from whole cotton. Oh, by the way, don't blow on your brushes. If you need to get off excess, just tap it on something or tap it on this. Don't blow into it, because then what you're going to do is you're going to cross-contaminate. You're going to put your saliva onto this, you're going to put then into the product, or, you know, God forbid, then onto your client's face. So that's just for makeup artists. Just try to eliminate the cross-contamination. Another thing, too, I've noticed is I think people really think that powder is supposed to do a lot more than it was designed to do. And really, it's designed to cut shine and to set your foundation. You know, it's not meant to add color or even, you know, add coverage. It's just meant to set and to cut the shine. You don't need a lot. Now we'll move into color.